Hello guys, this is NeuroHub21 and I shall be talking about our today's topic, that is management of bronchiectasis. Now before beginning our today's session, let us take a quick review of our last class. That is, when I zoomed in the lungs, what I exactly did, I took a bronchi or a bronchiole, and then when I did the transverse section of that bronchiole, what I exactly observed is the thick, tenacious, sticky mucus adhered in the walls of the bronchi, resulting in the narrowing of the lumen. What exactly lumen means is the diameter between the two adjacent walls of the bronchi. Now, the core agenda of our today's topic, the management of bronchiectasis, revolves around basically three components. The first component is the prevention of the progression of the disease so that the disease cannot be progressed further. The second one is the clearance techniques for the secretion, various therapies used for the clearance of the mucus from the bronchi. And the third technique, the third component, is the initiation of the bronchodilator therapy so that the bronchoconstriction will remove and the bronchodilation will occur so that the easy exchange of oxygen and carbon dioxide takes place. So basically, let us talk about how your physician will prevent the further progression of disease. First of all, he will control your infection by complete cessation of smoking. What exactly the cessation means is the complete stoppage of smoking for the entire lifetime of a person. Second specific measure your doctor will adopt is to administer you with the broad spectrum antibiotics. The broad spectrum antibiotics consist of the cephalosporin and the penicillin group. These broad spectrum antibiotics inhibit both the gram-positive and gram-negative bacteria. Now, the third specific measure your physician will adopt is to immune you against the potential pulmonary pathogen by influenza and pneumococcal vaccine. So very important for your exam point of view, the influenza and pneumococcal vaccine. A question also for you, you have to find out that when does this influenza and pneumococcal vaccine will be given. A short homework for you all. So the second component begins with the secretion clearance techniques. In this, your physician will introduce an a cappella device to you. So what exactly the a cappella device is? An a cappella is a unique handheld device that keeps your lungs clear of the mucus so that the patient can breathe very easily. It combines the benefits of the positive expiratory pressure with vibrations. So how does an a cappella device exactly works? When an a cappella device is introduced in the patient, what exactly he will do, he will inhale very deeply through this a cappella device. This will create a positive pressure inside the alveoli. When the positive pressure will build up inside the alveoli, it will pass to the adjacent alveoli. Now let us take a quick and clear explanation of this a cappella device, that how does it works. So in the given image, this patient is inhaling or blowing the a cappella device. When the positive pressure will build up inside the alveoli and the alveoli will blow up, then with the help of the positive pressure the mucus will degrade and the mucus clearance will occur. So the basic mechanism of a cappella device is, when the patient is asked to deeply inhale, what will exactly happen? It will build up a positive pressure inside the alveoli. When the positive pressure builds up inside the alveoli, it will pass out to the adjacent alveoli. Gradually, over the period of time, when the positive pressure build up inside the adjacent alveoli, it will dislodge the adhered mucus and break it down to various components. This dislodged mucus will transferred and passed away from the smaller bronchioles to the larger bronchioles, bronchus, trachea, and out of the nostril through huff coughing method. So this is the basic mechanism of a cappella device. Now the second measure your doctor will administer is the West therapy. So what exactly the West therapy is? he will introduce a vest jacket. A vest jacket consists of two pipes. These pipes are connected to a vest machine. This machine is an effective clearance therapy. It consists of inflatable garment attached by a machine which rapidly inflates and deflates the garment. So in this given image, this lady is wearing a vest jacket connected with the vest machine through pipes. What exactly this vest machine will do, it will create the oscillations and vibrations produced inside the lungs, which will rapidly inflate and deflate the lungs, that will produce the mucus to dislodge from its place and get out of the lungs. This vest machine helps the patient to dislodge the secretions out of the lungs with the help of vibratory and oscillatory motions. Increased oscillation and extra airflow allows retained secretion to move out through the large airways. Now, our third and the last therapy initiation is the bronchodilator therapy. There are two types of bronchodilators: the short-acting bronchodilator and long-acting bronchodilator agonist, beta 2 agonist. So basically, what does the bronchodilator exactly will do? There are beta 2 receptors found inside the lungs which helps in the relaxation of the smooth muscles of the lungs. When beta 2 agonist, that is salbutamol or terbutaline or formoterol, is given to the patient, what exactly will happen? Let us zoom in. This is your bronchi and this is your lodgement of the mucus. When the bronchodilator is given, it will come and received by the receptor beta 2 agonist receptor beta 2 receptor. When it is received by the receptor, the channel gate will open and the entry of the beta 2 agonist through the channel gates will occur. This will cause a gradual relaxation of the bronchus, which will help to increase the lumen. I explained what is lumen. Lumen is the adjacent diameter between the two adjacent walls of the alveoli. This will help in the increase in oxygen exchange and making the exchange of carbon dioxide out of the lungs. So basically, the healthy exchange between the blood vessels and the alveoli will be able to occur. So this is all about the treatment of bronchiectasis. I hope you like the video, guys. So kindly do not forget to share and subscribe the video and let the wisdom go viral to the needy ones so that they can evolve in the internal medicine subject. Thank you very much.